Hello, welcome to this week's equipment class. I hope everyone had a really lovely Christmas. For this class, you're just going to need a mat, a headrest, a circle, and then a looped band, 2 light weights or water bottles, and a foam roller. We'll get started off on the hands and knees. So starting off just with the knees directly under your hips, hands directly under the shoulders. We're going to drop the rib cage down, arch the back, looking up in front. And then rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Drop the ribcage down, arch the back, looking up in front. And then rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Dropping the ribcage down, arching the back, looking up in front. And rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. And then coming to a neutral flat back position, we're going to straighten out the right leg behind and the left arm in front and lower down, left leg, right arm. Keep the back nice and flat as you straighten the arm and leg. Good, right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm, and once more, right leg, left arm. And then holding this position, bring the knee and elbow in together and knee and elbow apart. Elbow and knee in together, and elbow and knee apart, in together, let the back round, and apart, keep the back flat. Make sure you're not coming up like this, so back is nice and flat. And then 3 more, 2, good, and last one. And lower down. Then we'll do left leg, right arm, elbow, knee in together, let the back round, elbow and knee apart, keep the back flat. In together and apart, together and apart, together and apart. Good. 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. Just firing up the core. Then we're going to shift your weight to the right. Straighten out the left leg and the left arm. Once you have your balance, small circles with the arm and leg. And lower down. Shift the weight to the left side, straighten out the right leg and the right arm. Keep the hips parallel to the mat. Once you have your balance, small circles with the arm and leg. And lower down. Then if you have a foam roller, we'll just grab it now. If you want to make this easier, don't use a roller. It's a little bit more difficult with the roller. If you do want to make it harder, grab a roller and place it directly under your shoulders. Pinch your shoulders back, dig the toes in, lift the knees up, and we're going to hold this for 5 seconds. Or sorry, 10 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Good. Pinch your shoulders back, lift the knees up. We'll lift up the right hand and the left. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Last one on the right, last one on the left, and lower. Last one here. Pinch your shoulders back, lift the knees up, lift up the right foot, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Last one on the right, last one on the left. Bring the knees down, spread them nice and wide, sit back into the heels. And then just bring the chest down towards the mat, stretching out the shoulders and mid-back. Bring the forehead down to the mat. Nice deep breaths here. Then we'll thread that right hand under the left, leaning to the right, stretching out the shoulder blade on the right side. Switching over, left hand, crawling that left hand underneath, feeling the stretch behind the shoulder blade and into the rotator cuff. Good, and then lift the hips up and then leaning down to the roller a little bit more, just stretching out the shoulder joints and then your lats as well down the rib cage. Perfect, and then we'll put the roller out of the way and we'll come into our back. And we'll start off with some toe taps, just to warm up the core a little bit more. So we're going to imprint the spine, so really tuck your tailbone under. Bring one leg up at a time into tabletop. Tap the right foot down and then the left. So nice soft taps here, alternating sides. And remember, if this is really hard for you to keep the imprint, you could always just do an easier version. So just lifting one leg up at a time. But if you want to challenge yourself, do try to keep that imprint as you tap each leg down. And you could try tapping further away if this feels easy, or even tap the heel down. So the further you extend, the harder it is to maintain that. Good, shoulders are relaxed. Perfect, and then we're gonna squeeze the legs together, tap both feet down, and back to tabletop. So really squeezing those legs together, activating those inner thigh muscles. Good, nice soft taps. If this is too difficult, you can always go back to the single leg toe taps. Good, 3 more. 2 and 1. Good, rest the hips down, or the legs down. Now we're gonna do a few just basic glute bridges. So we're gonna imprint, lift the hips up, and lower, imprint and lift, 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 and lower, 2 more, and lower, last one. Keep the hips up nice and high, bring the right leg up to tabletop, and the left leg. So now we're just combining our toe taps and our glute bridge. So you can lift the arms up if you want to make it harder. Keep the hips up nice and high. Good, keep going here, really pressing through your heel as you lift the leg up, as you lift the opposite leg up. So as I lift the right leg, I'm pressing in through my left heel to really activate those glutes. Good, 3, 2, and 1, and lower down. Resting down. Then we'll grab our circle or our cushion. So if you have a cushion, just get a nice wide couch cushion. That's a little bit more firm rather than a soft cushion. Another option you can use is if you have a football lying around or anything like that, if you deflate it slightly, that's something good as well. So start off, imprint the spine, legs in tabletop, circle just above the knees, squeeze the circle nice and tight, and relax. Squeeze and relax, 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 squeeze and relax. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the circle squeezed. Bring that right leg only out to the side, back together. Left leg only. Right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. 1 more on the right, 1 more on the left, and rest the legs down, grab the circle. Imprint the spine, circle just above the knees. We're gonna straighten up the right leg. If you wanna make it harder, you can keep the hips down, otherwise keep the hips up in the air. If you wanna make it more difficult, if you wanna make it easier, keep the hips down. Imprint, lift the hips up, leg out to the side and together, out to the side, together for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend the right leg, rest the hips down. Squeeze the circle, straighten up the left leg. If you want to make it harder, lift the hips up. Imprint, lifting up, and bring the leg out to the side and together for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Rest the legs down, grab the circle. You can give your legs a little break if you need to. Shake them out. Next, we'll grab the roller again. We're going to put the 2 feet on the roller, circle above the knees. And since we're already a little bit warm, I'm going to start with the elbows on the mat. If you want to make this easier, if you struggle with bridges, bring your hands down. But if you feel that you're warm and you're able, bring the elbows down here on the mat. Squeeze the circle nice and tight. Imprint and lift. And lower. Imprint and lift. And lower. Imprint and lift. And lower. Good. Lift the hips up. and lower. Keep that circle squeezed. And lift, and lower, lift, and lower. 3 more. Good, 2 more. And last one. And lower, good. And then cross the arms across the chest. Grab the weights as well. Put them just close to you by your side here, because we're gonna use them after the arms are crossed. So just so you're not kind of scrambling looking for them. So circle above the knees, arms are crossed across the chest. Imprint and lift, and lower. 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 Lift, and lower. 2 more, and lower. Last one, keep the hips up nice and high. Bring the knees apart, together, apart, together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Good, and then grab your weights so they're close by. Last set of bridges here. But now we're gonna hold the weights just in front of our shoulders, pinching our shoulders back, so just getting some activation into our mid back here. Squeeze the circle, imprint, lift the hips up, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Squeeze the glutes at the top as well as squeezing the circle. Good, imprint and lift, and lower. Lift, and lower, perfect. We have 4 more. 3, 2, keep the hips up nice and high. Bring the right arm out to the side, left arm out to the side. Right arm, left arm, good. So just into a chest fly here. Left, right, left, good. Right, left, last one on the right, last one on the left. And resting down. Perfect. Grabbing that circle. We're going to put the roller to the side. And then we'll put the weights out of the way for now. A few more here with the circle. Feel free if you need to give yourself a little stretch, whatever you need to do. Good, and then we're gonna bring the legs to tabletop. Circle goes between the ankles. Legs are in tabletop here. So knees are right above hips, so you don't want them coming in or too far out. So just above your hips. Spine's imprinted, shoulders relax, squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the circle squeeze. Straighten the legs up, bend the legs. Straighten and bend. Keep squeezing the circle, nice and tight. Try to straighten the legs straight up if you can. If your hamstrings are tight, just go to the point that you can. Good. Straighten and bend. Keep squeezing the circle. We have 4 more. 3, 2, keep the legs straight, lower and lift. Last one here, lower and lift, lower and lift for 4, 5, keep the spine imprinted, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Grab the circle, grab it between the hands, straighten the legs out. Give you a breath for a second. I need a breath. Good. Then we're just going to do a few roll-ups. So if you don't have a circle, again, using a cushion, or you could hold on to 2 light weights as well, reaching back. So it's just different. So with the circle, we're going to activate more of our chest and biceps. So with the 2 weights, you might get a little bit more shoulders and back. So I'm going to use the circle. Hold the circle, squeeze it, reaching back, squeeze your legs together. Arms forward, chin to chest, sitting up nice and straight. Shoulders are pinched. If you need to bend your knees a little bit here, that's okay. And then rolling down nice and controlled, controlling the whole way. Try not to let your legs lift. Reaching back. Arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. And rolling down nice and controlled. So slow, slow, slow. The slower you go, the harder it is. Arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. Good. Squeezing that circle, shoulders pinched back. Slowly rolling down. If you want to make it harder, reaching up. Arms forward, reaching up. Good. Arms are in line with your ears. You don't want them up here or too far back, so you should just right be in line with your ears. And then keep them by your ears as you roll down, down, down. Good. Reaching back. And rolling up. Rolling down, 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 down. Nice and slow. Good. We have 3 more. Good. 2 more. And last one. Good, and then we're gonna stay in high sitting. Put the circle to the side. So sitting up nice and tall, we're just gonna do some exercises for our hip flexors. So back is straight, toes pointing up to the ceiling. Lift the right thigh up off the mat and lower and lift and lower. Make sure not to lean back here. So sit up nice and straight. Lift and lower for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Shaking the legs out, and then we'll do the left side. Squeeze the leg nice and tight. Sit up nice and straight. Left leg up and lower for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bend the right leg. Hook that left arm around. Right arm goes to the base of your spine. Sit up nice and straight, looking over your shoulder. Getting a nice stretch. You might feel it in your back. You might feel it in your hip. You might feel it both places. Good. And then straighten the right leg out. We're going to bend the left leg. Hook that right arm around the left leg. Left arm goes to the base of your spine. Sitting up nice and straight, looking over the shoulder. Stretching out the spine here. Good, and then take your time. Rolling down, we're going to grab the resistance band. Bring it up to above the knees. And then we'll just do a nice easy one to start off. Imprint the spine. Bring the knees apart and back together. And apart and together, apart, together, apart, together, apart, together. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Imprint the spine, straighten up that right leg. Right leg goes out to the side and back together. Out to the side together, out to the side together, out to the side together for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bend the right leg, straighten up the left leg. Left leg out to the side and back together. Out to the side together, out to the side together. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend the left leg. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop. Legs come apart nice and wide and back together. Apart, together, apart, together, apart, together, apart, together. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straighten up the right leg. Right leg goes out to the side, back together. Out to the side together, out to the side together. Try to keep that left leg completely still. It's just the right glute that's working here. 3, 2, and 1. Bend the right leg, straighten up the left leg. Left leg out to the side and together. Out to the side together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bend the legs. Resting the feet down. Imprint the spine. Cross the arms across the chest. Tension in the band. So feet are together, knees are nice and wide. Imprint and lift. And lower. 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 Good. Lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep the hips up. Bring the knees apart, together, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower down. Perfect. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop. We're going to bring the band around the ankles. Legs are on tabletop. Bring the feet apart and back together, apart, together. When you do this, make sure your knees and ankles are in line. You don't want the feet coming out or the knees coming out. So look straight down and you should just see your knees and your ankles are in a straight line. Good, apart, together. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straighten legs up, twist the feet out, legs apart, and together. For 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one, lower the legs, lift them back up. If you want to make it harder, chin to the chest, lift the arms up. Lower and lift, lower and lift. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend the knees. Good. Bring the band off. And we might do a few more with the band, so just bring it nearby. And then we're going to do a couple for the lower abdominals. So this is a new one here. So we're going to imprint the spine, bring the legs to tabletop, straighten the legs up. We're going to do a big half circle with both legs, tap at the bottom, half circle, tap at the top. So each leg is just moving. So you're making a big circle with the two legs. So tap at the top, tap at the bottom. Good, nice and controlled. So if you find this difficult, just make the circle smaller. So the legs are coming apart, tapping at the top, coming apart, tapping at the bottom. Good. Nice, gentle taps. We have 3 more, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, rest the feet down. And then I'll do one more new one. So it's called a reverse crunch. So what we're going to do, it's kind of like a double leg toe tap, but then you roll back a little bit at the end just to get some extra core activation. So your legs are in tabletop, you tap down, and then we roll up and lift the hips up so you can use your hands to help lift you. And tap down, and then lift up as you come back. So if you find this one difficult to do, you can always just revert back to your regular toe taps, but do try to get some momentum, lift the hips up, and then a gentle tap down, and then momentum as you come back. So it's soft tap. Try to use your abs to lift you up rather than your hands, but if you need to use your hands, that's okay. So hopefully you're really feeling this in the tummy muscles. We have 3 more, 2, and 1. And resting down. So the slower you go as you control yourself coming down, the harder it's going to be, the more your abs are going to work. So as you're coming down, so if you go slow coming down and control it, you'll feel a lot more in your core. But if that hurts your back at all or it's uncomfortable, just always stop doing the exercise if it's painful and just do an easier version. So just do some regular toe taps. You always have a way to change up the exercise or make it easier. And then we'll imprint the spine, legs into tabletop. Reach the arms back, arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. Back is nice and straight. And then slowly rolling down, reaching back. Arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. And rolling down. Arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. Good. Rolling down. 2 more. And rolling down. Last one. Holding this position, tapping the right foot out and the left foot. Right foot, right, left. Nice soft taps. Keep the shoulders pinched back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees in, rolling back, rocking side to side. Good. And then we'll come onto our side. We'll grab that band again, place it just around the ankles. We'll do some glute exercises with the band. It's just a little bit harder. If you don't have a band, that's okay. Just do it without the band. But if you do have it, try to just put it on the ankles. So, back bend over the back of the mat. Feet are in the front corner. starting just by lifting the top leg and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the top leg up. Small pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower. Tension in both legs. Lift both up and lower. If you need to push in your top hand for this one, you can. So do try to lift them up as high as you can. You might not get very far. This is a tough one. Good, it gets your obliques as well as your glutes. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And lower down. Then we'll bring the band up around the knees, or just above the knees. Bend the knees, lift the ankles up, bring the knees apart and together. Apart, together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. Hopefully you're really starting to feel that in the bum muscles. Okay, last one here. What we're going to do is we're going to lift the hips up and then we're going to pull the knees apart as the hips are up. So try to keep the hips up the whole time. If you need to, just keep the hips down, but you're going to get a lot more out of it with the hips up. So hips up, knees apart, together. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Lower down. Switch to the other side. Hopefully you're really feeling that in the right spot. So you should really be feeling it on the outer glute muscles or on the outside of your hip. Sometimes you'll feel it down the side of the leg as well. But mainly aiming to feel the main burning right here. So back leg up at the back of the mat. Feet in the front corner. Starting just with that top leg. Nice easy activation here. Lift and lower. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower. Good. Tension with both. Lift both up and lower. Lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Lower down. Then we'll bring the band up above the knees. Knees are bent. Ankles up. Knees apart. And make sure your hips don't roll back. So sometimes I like to put my hand on top of my hip because you don't want the hips to roll backwards or roll forward. So there should be a nice straight line. Knees apart and together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Last one here. Nearly there. So knees are bent. Try to get the hips up if you can. Even if you could just do 5. Obviously, try to do all of them, but even if you could do a few, that's good. So hips up, knees apart, and together. Apart, together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. And lower down. Okay, we'll take the band off. And then we'll come onto our backs. So right knee into the chest. Shoulders are relaxed. Good, pulling that knee in nice and tight. And then right leg out to the, right arm out to the side, right leg across into a spinal twist. Back to the center, straighten out the right leg, hugging the left knee in, nice and tight. And then left arm out to the side, twisting that left leg across into a spinal twist. You might feel it into the glutes, the top of the hip as well, here and down the leg. Then back to the center, bending the knees, cross the right ankle over the left knee, and then grabbing behind that left thigh to stretch out the glutes. Shoulders are relaxed. And then switching over. Good, and just really stretching at the glutes. We did a good bit of glute work there with the band towards the end. So if you need to spend an extra, if these still feel really tight, feel free to just spend an extra couple minutes stretching out the glutes. Or if you have a foam roller, foam rolling out the glutes is great as well. And then left foot down, straightening up that right leg, shoulders relaxed, just to finish off with the hamstrings. And then grab behind the left leg, leg nice and straight. And then bending the left leg, and then coming back to the center.